What makes a table special? There are many kinds of tables. Conference tables, dining tables, ornate tables. But what about this table? It's not much to look at, just scuffed and worn from years of use.
For firefighters, really that table is where their day starts, and it's also where their day ends.
This table served as the central hub for Vancouver Fire Station 1, located at 900 West Evergreen Boulevard.
Obviously, we sit around that table 3 times a day for meals. We train at this table. We sit down, we talk about department issues. We laugh and we joke around that table. And when firefighters aren't out running calls or they're training, a lot of the time we're sitting around this table.
Made out of necessity, the table at Station 1 is actually an old shuffleboard table that firefighters cut in half and then glued together. It's been used by generations of firefighters 24/7 for the past 50-plus years.
If there was an earthquake at Station 1, I think that's been the joke for years, is that guys would dive underneath the kitchen table because it's the safest place in the station.
Built before seismic standards, Fire Station 1 and Station 2, located on 37th and Main Street, have served past their useful life. Station 1 opened in 1969, and Station 2, the fire department's oldest station, opened in 1939.
3 years ago, the city began a project to fund and replace 2 stations. We went ahead and looked at locations to make sure that if we're going to replace these stations, could there be a better location, given that they've been in place for so long, and that the population shifted. The growth on the west side is different now with the help of the consultant and doing some analysis and some time studies with apparatus. We've located 2 pieces of property that we felt were going to meet the size needs of the station, as well as be in a location where we can optimize our response times.
The new Station 1 is at the corner of 4th Plain Boulevard and Main Street, and the new Station 2 is at Norris Road in 4th Plain. This relocation of stations is just part of the city's long-term goal to address the future of fire, EMS, and emergency preparedness.
We've been running calls and taking care of the community for 150 years. That's an old department, relatively speaking, on the West Coast. The folks that are the Vancouver Fire Department are from all walks of life, all experiences, but they all have one common goal, which is to come to work and to do a good job and to serve the community as best can, whether it be a medical emergency, a heart attack that's going on, or a fire or a motor vehicle collision.
This is the 4th Station 1 in the Vancouver Fire Department's 150-year history. Starting in the 1880s, the first Fire Station 1 was located at 8th and Washington. That station was torn down and replaced in 1929 on the same site.
They built a new fire station here at 900 West Evergreen in 1969. My father started the Vancouver Fire Department in 1968. They moved over here a year later, and so he got to see this station brand new. I've worked here for 33 years, but I've actually spent about 47 years of my life in this station. The same exact place that I came to as a child, my children have come here to spend time with me. Christmas Day, a lot of the families were here having Christmas dinner around this table.
While we're excited about the new stations, it's a little bit bittersweet to move out of those stations. There's a lot of history there, a lot of experiences, a lot of as we're there 24 hours a day, a lot of life sharing that goes on with our folks.
Once a month we do a retired guys breakfast. It's usually at the Union Hall, but the last retirement breakfast we had here because a lot of those guys worked at this station and we wanted to give them basically one more chance to come to this station and see it before it's closed. I think every one of them, when they walked in the back door, it's a place where they automatically feel welcome and they have a lot of memories come back to them.
While moving to the new stations at the beginning of 2018, many items at the old station were left behind. There are new beds with individual rooms rather than shared living quarters, so that men and women can have privacy. New living room chairs, new lockers, new kitchen appliances. But what about that table at Station 1?
Well, we didn't want to bring a lot of things from Station 1 over because we obviously put a lot of new things in place. We made an accommodation for the tables. You know, the kitchen, just like it is at home, is one of the center places where people congregate, and I think that table signifies just the long history of the department and the members sharing meals there, and as well as experiences.
To get ready for the next 50 years, the Station 1 table got some touch-ups and a new coat of lacquer. And because this table was so popular, a replica of it was made by Vancouver firefighters for the new Station 2. What makes these tables special? To the firefighters, it's not the tables themselves, but the honor and bonds formed around them, while protecting past and future generations of Vancouver residents.